Hi, we're back for week 3 of MTI 563, how to differentiate in ways that are fun and easy. So this week we're going to talk about differentiating with games and simulations. Now this is kind of a double-edged sword, and we're going to talk about that during our weekend Google Hangout. But games are, typically parents think of games as, well, they have their thoughts about games. I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to be asking you about that. They have opinions about games or simulations, games like World of Warcraft, probably not appropriate at all. Minecraft, probably very appropriate in a school environment. So there's a lot of space in between those two, and there's a lot of ways to use games that are educational, that will get your point across to students. The nice thing about games and simulations is that that's where students want to learn. So as teachers, it really is a good idea to try to meet students where they're interested in learning rather than take them away from this place that they love learning at. Okay, no, you can't go there right now. We're going to go over here and learn in a way you're not really interested in doing. So if we can teach through an approach that appeals to students more, they will listen and learn better. Now, for some students, that is the only option. Maybe you're harder to teach students, or you're very bright students, or a whole variety of reasons why certain groups of students, the exact way you want to teach them is games and simulations. So we're going to explore it this week. Let's go over to, well, let's see, one article, one lesson plan, one video, test 2 to 4 of the games. Okay, so let's see what's on our list. And you've got one article. So if you're into Minecraft or would like to be, there's a couple addressing Minecraft: Hunger Games, Prodigy Game, which is math, Samaros, Critical Thinking, Mission US, History. So kind of pick your article based on your interest. Your lesson plan, you've got a couple of them. One, a general approach to gamifying the classroom. This one is specific, how to use bridge building. If you're in 8th grade, are they still building toothpick bridges in 8th grade? Lots of critical thinking, problem solving going on, trying to build a bridge that'll solve all the problems. So this is a pretty good lesson plan. Your video, gamification of education, number 9. And then these are 2 lists of games and simulations. It's going to ask you to go to these lists and pick 2 of them. And then we're going to talk about them during our Google Hangout. So let's see, we'll go back to class schedule and see what else we're doing. Okay, so you're going to review those materials. You want them all done in time for our Google Hangout. You're going to discuss the questions, and our questions are going to be, I may change this, but right now what I have for you are these 5 questions. A lot about your experiences, either using or not using, and why. Always, though, I'm looking for evidence. So you can't just say everyone loved it. I want specifics. I want details. And then I want examples. And that's how we'll all appreciate it. If you give an example everyone else relates to. So I'm starting with these 5. I may change it by the time the weekend gets here. I don't know. Might be enough, though, because this last one's pretty big. All right, then your project is to play 2 of the games on that list under activities. Play 2 of them by yourself or with a classmate. That's fine. Some of them require a team member. Compare and contrast how effective these would be in your classroom. So kind of put yourself as though you were with your students doing it. And how would they differentiate for different learners? Which of your students could you see really being drawn to this approach, and why? And then you're going to write a blog post about that. By the time you're done with that blog post, you're probably going to be ready for our Google Hangout to answer that question in it. If you don't have a blog, use a Google Doc that's shared with classmates. I know some of you had a reason why you couldn't use blogs, so this is for you. All right, that's really about it. Let me know if you have any questions. Look forward to chatting with you and working with you this week. Bye, guys.